And our next speaker is Amna Hussein.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. So my talk, I think, is going to be a lot different than what you've heard because I am still a student and I'm still actually currently pursuing my career path. My name is Amna Hussein. So I grew up here in the Twin Cities. My parents immigrated to the United States when I was 2 years old to pursue better educational opportunities for themselves and for us as well, my siblings and I. So my father went on to pursue his Juris Doctorate, and my mother went on to pursue a second bachelor's. And so growing up, I always valued education and the opportunity to learn. I went to Roseville Area High School, and actually, before I get started, if you feel comfortable, just show of hands, has anyone ever discouraged you from pursuing your dreams? So I asked that question because I definitely have. So in high school, my nickname was amino acids, and that was a nickname that my peers gave me just because I was a complete nerd when it came to anything science. So I absolutely love biology and chemistry and human anatomy as well. And so when I took my science courses, I started realizing that I love the sciences and I want to pursue medicine. So I did relatively well in my science classes. However, I didn't do so well on standardized tests. So I did not do well, particularly on the science portion of the ACT. And I felt defeated. So I had confided in one of my high school teachers, and she really suggested that maybe I should reconsider science, and that it might be too challenging for me to pursue a career in science and in medicine since I didn't do so well on the ACT. So, mind you, this still affects me to this day, but I use it as encouragement to continue to pursue what I've always envisioned myself to pursue. So, my talk today is really going to be just about my discovery, my journey to self discovery. And so, I'll be looking at my phone just because I have my notes. So I attended college at the University of Minnesota Twin Cities, and I majored in biology, society, environment, and I minored in political science. So when I first started undergrad, I had no idea that I could pursue a bachelor's of arts in science, and I was really focused on pursuing a bachelor's of science in science. So I met with my academic advisor because I was at a total loss. At that point, I knew I loved the sciences, but I also really loved the social sciences. And she recommended that I look into the bachelor's program in biology, society, environment, and I absolutely fell in love, and I was so grateful that that's what I ended up getting my master's in because it really allowed me to take all the science classes, but I also took classes in the social sciences, and then I was actually able to minor in political science. So I unfortunately started off my undergraduate career a bit rocky academically. I was juggling multiple jobs, rigorous courses, family obligations. So I didn't do well academically. And then things shifted, fortunately, the last half of my undergraduate career. And so I started doing really well academically. I motivated myself, I prioritized. And however, though, that was not enough to be a competitive medical school applicant. So at that time, I knew that I wanted to pursue medicine. So something that I want you to also really consider when you're going into college is to really find good mentors and mentors that align with your passions and what you envision for yourself to pursue. So I met with a mentor of mine, and this was after I finished undergrad. And she'd suggested that I look into the Master of Biological Sciences program as a pre medical school route so that I'm able to be a more well rounded and competitive medical student, medical school applicant. So I'm currently on my master's journey, and my coursework focus has been in immunology, cancer biology, and public health. So my journey has not always been clear. It has been all over the place, and that is okay because I think there's a lot of beauty in that. I've experienced so many different things and so many different interests, but I think that what you can see from my experiences is that you can kind of put all of your interests into one and make a career of your own, and that there is not one path to get to a particular destination, as you can see from mine. I'm not on a traditional route to medical school. I mean, I graduated college and now I'm currently pursuing my master's, but that's something that I've always set out to do, and I never let anybody come in between that. So as of now, while I pursue my master's, I also work at the University of Minnesota. So I work at the Masonic Cancer Center as a community engagement coordinator. And so really what my focus and I think as of right now, it is my dream job. My focus is really to implement evidence-based cancer education and interventions to community. I work directly with researchers at the Masonic Cancer Center to really push out and implement or disseminate, research to our community in terms that they understand. And then also I serve as the co-chair of the Cancer Health Equity Network. And a lot of my focus around the programs that I am doing is really on addressing the social determinants of health to reduce cancer health disparities. And so this is essentially what I wanted to cover today, is just really to show you that there's not one particular path or road to get to a destination. There are multiple different ways to get there, but ultimately figure out what you want to do and go for it. Don't ever let anyone discourage you from pursuing what you want to pursue, and instead use that as fuel and also as encouragement to keep continuing to pursue whatever it is that you are set to do. So that's all that I have. Does anyone have any questions for me? Okay. So this is my absolute favorite quote that I live by Maya Angelou. So my mission in life is not merely to survive, but to thrive, and to do so with some passion, some compassion, some humor, and some style. And so this is my contact information. I am more than willing to accept any questions via email. You can go ahead and give my office a call. I do get voicemails directly to my email, so I can always reach back out to you. But I'm here for you, and let me know if I can be of any assistance or just to inspire you in any way.
Can you talk just a little bit about your work, and start with what are the basic cancer disparities that you are working on?
Yeah.
In the Minnesota community.
Yeah, so the cool thing about Minnesota is that we have quite a large population, or we're known for having some large populations. And so we have a large Somali population, we have a large Hmong population. And so a lot of the work that I do is really to work directly with these communities to just talk about the importance of early detection, kind of what some of the cancer risk factors are. And so something that maybe if you don't know, but for example, African American women have the highest mortality in breast cancer, but they have some of the lowest incidence rates. And so really looking at those disparities and addressing those, why is it that African American women are dying more of breast cancer? So really pushing out programming to stress the importance of discussing family history, the importance of early screening. So that's some of the things that we do, is really go out into community and to push out cancer education and just the importance of early screening. Anything else? All right, well, thank you all.
All right, thank you.